We are looking to enhance the top Trumps project from the YByte Python curriculum available at www.ybyte.in. Having looked at a few ideas related to training, let's focus our attention on the gameplay itself. In fact, right now, the way the game is set up, there's a huge vulnerability, and sometimes inadvertently the game crashes. I'll show you how. Let's say I don't want the training. So the game starts. Of course, I'm not doing toss here, but you could definitely add a toss. That's a nice bonus to build anyway. It tells me it's my chance, and it expects me to put, let's say, one of these categories as a chosen category. For instance, if I, let's say, put H, that is height. So I play for height, and it turns out, well, I won this. Next round, computer picks up. Right now, it's picking up randomly. We will see later how we can make it smarter. It tells me again I won. Again, it's my chance, but let's say I make a mistake and I, do not put anything which is H, F, Y, B, or T. So something completely different. And this happens many times. By mistake, we may click and enter over here, or we might put something completely, let's say, different letter. Now, let's say I, put, for example, an enter. You notice my game just crashes. Basically tells me that, look, uh, you know, um, there's no such key of this sort, and this happens because remember my chosen key is now so chosen key is basically an empty string, and when I try to access this dictionary with a chosen key in these lines, clearly there's no such key as an empty key, right? So as an empty string. So basically that's what causes the game to crash. How do we fix this? Well, not hard at all. Remember, the chosen key is coming as an input to us. It's a string. All we need to do is to make sure that this string is part of the keys in the mapping dictionary. So I can in fact do something like this. I can just go and say, look, if chosen key is not in, say, exactly this, I convert the keys from the mapping dictionary into a list. So I just check if my chosen key is not a part of this list. Well, I can put a small print, incorrect, say, input, and I can just go and say, well, let me, since you made a mistake, let me penalize you a little bit. Perhaps I can just say chosen key is being randomly chosen from this list, right? So, I'm just, let's say, choosing something randomly. Let's say, just go selecting, selecting randomly. And this is really all we need to do, because basically anything that's not part of this mapping dictionary will get caught at this point, and we will never run into the problem here, right? The other way to handle this would have been, we could have let this come through, and at this stage we could have either used, let's say, a get method or use a try and accept. But I think this method that we're following now is more robust because it catches the error right when it happens. Let's see this working. So let's say it asks me for a training. Let's say I choose not to have a training. I get into the game right away. Let me just make a mistake. Let's say I click enter. Notice it tells me incorrect input selecting randomly. The key of interest chosen now is built up area. I just picked up randomly from there, but the game did not crash. It just so happened that I happened to win this. Let's try again. So this time round, it's House of Parliament. Given on my own choice, I would have chosen year built as the metric because 1888. We have seen this is kind of like long time ago, likely to win. But if I make a mistake, let's say I click and enter, um, you know, lucky for me that I actually picked up year build, but this is being randomly, this is happening randomly, right? Let's see this once again. So this time round, let's say I go and again make a mistake. I just click, let's say, something randomly. It tells me, look, picking up randomly, interest is force, but again, I happen to be very, very lucky and I'm winning this. Now, all this is also happening because remember, the computer is also picking up things randomly. So I'm just getting a little bit lucky. But we'll see later that once the computer becomes smart, it starts picking up, let's say, the metrics smartly with an intent to win. This will definitely put us at a disadvantage. So, nice game to build. And also, it makes the game more, let's say, robust in general. I hope this was interesting to you. Building activities, thinking through how we can enhance them is a great, great, great way to learn programming. And that's exactly what we do at YByte. Look at our website. We learn Python programming through such fun activities. Take care. Thank you so much. Bye bye.